Go home.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, students. Welcome back to another beautiful day. Let's give a few minutes for Teacher Aum to quickly do a warm up with us before we start.
Okay, please show two hands and then do like this in the left hand, and the right hand do like this, and then point in this. This is one, and then we're gonna switch. This is two. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. Do it 10 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Thank you. Good job, everyone.
Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Friday and it's a beautiful day outside. I hope you guys are excited to be here and are excited to learn something. So today we're still busy with circles, but just a reminder, I don't see any of the homework yet in the line group. Please remember to send your homework when you have completed it to the line group. So that was page 72 and 73 was homework from Monday. So please, when you guys complete that, please send that through to us in the line group. I don't see anyone's there yet. But today I wanted to carry on with the unit of circles, and we're going to look at some word problems. Word problems are sometimes very difficult to answer unless we understand what they ask. So it's very important to read carefully and to understand what is the question asking us to do. So first off, let's quickly have a look at our calculations that we would need. So firstly, we need to know how to calculate the perimeter of a circle. So we've done this a couple of times already, but the formula for the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. Pi is the term that we use when working with circles, and the formula to calculate pi is usually 22/7. But we can also just use 3.14 to make it a little easier on ourselves. And then r is the radius. Now the radius, as I mentioned before, is the center of the circle. The radius starts at the center of the circle, and it has to connect to one of the outside lines of the circumference. So once it reaches the outside here at the circumference, from the middle, that distance will be the radius. Okay. Let's see if you guys, before we carry on, anyone remember what is the formula for the area of a circle? Who knows? What is the area of a circle? How do we calculate that?
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared. Excellent. Thank you very much. That is correct. Pi radius squared. So let's have a look here. Area of a circle. So the whole formula is actually half of the perimeter times r. So half of the perimeter will end up to pi r times r, which will give us the formula pi r squared. So it's pi radius squared. Very easy formulas, but these formulas are formulas we have to study and remember, because you won't always have these formulas in your textbook, but sometimes we'll need to calculate them. So usually with word problems, there's a few steps we have to follow. But the way I like to do them is to always make sure I have a pencil or a marker or something that I can use to highlight the important information. So let's quickly have a look at one example over here and see what type of questions they can ask us in a word problem format. So number over at the top here, let's all follow me along here. And draw a box. We are over here at the top. So Damien plans to build a sandpit in his garden. The sandpit is a circle with a radius of 4.2 WA. If the area of the garden is 200 square WAs, what is the remaining area? So if the area of the garden is 200 square, what is the remaining area? So they say the sandpit is a circle with a radius of 4.2 wa. So let's first highlight the important information. So important information is the radius of the circle is 4.2. The total area of the garden is 200 square. What is the remaining area? So here we have the information we need now to calculate. So let's look at how they do it to give us just an idea. So first we have to look at our planning, or let's look at the clarification first, so we understand what we have to do. So over here. So what is the story of this word problem? Damien plans to build the sandpit in his garden. The sandpit is a circle with a radius of 4.2. So what does this problem ask us to solve? If the area of the garden is 200 square, what is the remaining area? Okay. So firstly, we have to plan. Plan to find the area of the sandpit. Use the formula for the area of a circle, pi radius square. So and then to find the remaining area, we subtract the area of the circle from the total area of the garden. So if we calculate pi radius square over here, you'll end up with 144.56 square. So what will we then do? The remaining area, we end up with 55.44 square. So what's the remaining area? Is the original 200 minus the new area that we calculated to give 114. Okay, but this is just a quick example. I want to jump straight into some of these questions, and I want you guys to help me answer them so that we can practice our areas and perimeter calculations for circles. So number one over here, let's all read together number one. I'll read it first and I want you guys to read it back to me. Okay, so number one, a circular piece of paper has a radius of 2.1 centimeters. Oh, sorry, 21 centimeters. What is the area of this paper? Will you guys read that back to me?
A circular piece of paper has 21 centimeters. The area of this paper.
Excellent, excellent. So how will we calculate this? What is the formula we will use? What is the formula we will use?
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared. Because look, here we already have the radius. They give us the radius and they ask us what is the area of this paper. So they say we must use pi as 22/7. So let's do that. 22/7. Oops. 22/7 multiplied by 21 squared. Okay. So we know if we convert 22 to 7, If you want to convert this one over here, we know, oh yeah, 22 divided by 7. Let's see what we get. We cannot go 3, go 21 equals 1 and 0. We'll go 1 equals 7 is 3 and 0 equals 4. So just like we usually calculate, our answer is going to be 3.14 for pi. So we can either use the 22 over 7, or we can use the 3.14 times 21 squared. Who wants to do this calculation on the board for me? Is there any volunteers to help me do this calculation over here? Remove this. So anyone that wants to calculate this for me, who wants to do it, who wants to try and calculate this one for me? You can work on the whiteboard if you want to. Just want some of you to try, and let's see if you can get the correct answer. You could tell me, what is our answer over here? You could tell me, what is our answer to anyone that has calculated it?
1384.74.
Okay, oh, where's my thing now? Where did it go here? You say 1,384 point. So this answer, just as it is, 1,384 is very, very close to what we have to calculate. So I will say this answer is 100% correct. Okay. So these questions, the one thing we should also understand is they take a little bit of time to calculate. So when we're writing a test or an exam, don't leave these questions to the last minute, because they take some time to calculate. Okay, let's look at number 2. A circular dining table has a diameter of 1.5 meters. What is the area of this table? So we have a circle here. And the diameter of the circle equals 1.5 meters. How will we calculate the area of this circle? What is the formula over here? Who can tell me? What is the formula? Anyone? Come on, you can tell me. I know it's Friday, it's early morning, but let's get our brains working. Let's make sure that we pay attention and focus. How will we calculate the area of this circle? Who can tell me?
Pi r square.
Pi r squared, yes, but what will pi r squared mean? What is the values? Pi r squared. So pi equals 3.14. Multiply, what is the radius over here? What is the radius of this circle? What is the radius? What's the value of the radius?
0.75.
0.75, excellent. 0.75. 0.75 squared. Remember to square it. Okay. So if we want to calculate first, let's calculate the 0.75 squared. What would that be? So if it is squared, we know we multiplied with each other. So 0.75 multiply 0.75. 5 times 5 equals 25. 5 times 7 equals 35 plus 2 equals 37. Okay. And 5 times 0 equals 0. 5, 35. 7 times 7 is 49. That's going to be 52. 7 times 0 equals 0 plus 5 equals 5. So a 5, a 2, a 6, a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.562. Is that the answer for 0.75 squared? Let's work at 2 decimal places. So we're going to write our answer then as 0.56. Let me first ask you, do you understand my calculation I did over here? Do you guys understand this calculation?
Yes.
Do you understand why there are 4 decimal places?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. At least someone is understanding. Let's just make 100% sure everyone understands. So if we want to know when multiplying decimals together, how many digits are behind the decimal point? Look at your question. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 digits behind the decimal point. So we do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A very easy way to check that our answer is correct. Okay, and then we have to take 3.14, multiply that by 0.56. Again, there are 4 digits behind the decimal point, so we will have 4 digits behind the decimal point in our final answer. 6 times 4 equals 24. 6 times 1 equals 6 plus 2 equals 8. 6 times 3 equals 18. 0, placeholder. 5 times 4 equals 20. 5 times 1 equals 5 plus 2 equals 7. 5 times 3 equals 15. So we're going to have a 4, an 8, a 5, 15 here, a 7, and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer is going to be 1.76. Our answer is going to be 1.76, but we have to write that. Do you guys agree? But we have to write that in our answer as number 2. 1.76 meters squared. Remember to write your answer as meters squared. Okay, do you guys agree with that answer? Anyone have a different answer? Okay, maybe not. So the last one, number 3, let's have a look and see what they ask of us here. So number 3, a circular swimming pool has a diameter of 14 meters. Diameter of 14 meters. What is the distance when walking around the pool 5 times? So the pool has a diameter of 14 meters. They want to know what is the distance when we walk around the pool 5 times. So let's quickly draw our picture just to make it easier for us to understand what to do. So first we draw our circle, and the diameter they say is 14 meters. So what would the formula be? Or let me ask it in this way. What do we want to calculate first? Do we want the perimeter? Excellent. Yes, that's a beautiful answer. Thank you very much. We want to calculate the perimeter so that we know what is the total length of walking around the pool once. So what is our formula for the perimeter? You tell me the formula of the perimeter equals? Two pi r. 2 pi r. Do you agree? So 2 multiply with 3.14. What is our radius? What is the radius of the swimming pool?
7.
7 meters. Excellent. So for here, if you want to calculate this, we can do something very simple. We can take the 2 and the 7, and we can multiply them first. So that's the easiest. And then we multiply with the 3.4. So 2 times 7 is 14. So we're going to go 3.14 multiply 14. Doesn't matter where you write them. Just remember there are 2 decimal digits behind the decimal point. So 4 times 4 equals 16. 4 times 1 equals 4 plus 1 equals 5. 4 times 3 equals 12. Put a 0 there. 4, 1, 3. So it's a 6, a 9, a 3, a 4 with 2 decimal places. So it is 43.96 meters. The perimeter. How many times did they ask us to walk around the pool? How many times did they ask us to walk around the pool?
5.
5 times. So to make it a little bit easier, let's round this to the nearest whole number. If you round to the nearest whole number, we look at our 9 and it's more than 5. So we round up to 44. So we have 44 meters multiplied by 5. because we want to walk around the swimming pool 5 times. What is our final answer for the total distance around the swimming pool? 5 times. You can tell me. Quickly calculate that. 44 times 5. What's the answer to 44 times 5? Anyone tell me 44 times 5 equals?
220.
220 meters. So in our answer, we will write over here 220 meters. Okay. So number 2, solve these problems. Now these ones are a little bit interesting. Let's read and let's see if we can solve them. So firstly, I'll read this one, then I want you guys to read it back to me so we can understand what we are doing. So the circle is inscribed in a square with sides of 2.1 meters. What is the perimeter of the circle? So you guys read that back to me, please.
The circle
Is inscribed
in a square with size of 2.1 meters. What is the perimeter of the circle?
Excellent, excellent. So what they are telling us is that the square has sides of 2.1 meters here and here. So if we want to calculate the perimeter, we know that our formula is 2 pi r, with pi being 22/7 or 3.14. What will our radius be? How will we calculate the radius? You can tell me. Is there an easy way to calculate the radius here? Well, we have to first look at the information we have. So we know we have a square with the length of the sides, but they did not give us the length of any of the circle. So we don't know the parameter because we have to calculate that. We also don't know the radius or we don't know the diameter. But if we look carefully, we can see that the circle touches both sides of the square or the, it's a square. So where the circle touches both sides, we know that that is the diameter. So the length of the diameter in this picture will be 2.1 meters. So what will we then do to get the radius? We can divide by 2.
1 divided 2.
Divide by 2. The reason I write it like this, because then we don't have to calculate 2.1 divided by 2. We can just then go and say, if we multiply by 2, we take it away over here. Then we will set up a final answer of 3.14 multiplied by 2.1. 3.14 multiplied by 2.1. We calculate that. 1 times 4 equals 4. 1, 3. Put a 0. 8, 2, 6. Calculate that together. It's going to be 4, 1, 5. Oh, what am I doing? 4, 8, 4, 9, 5, 6. And there's 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. So we'll end up with an answer of a perimeter of 6.59 meters. 6.59 meters or 6.6 meters. This is our way of calculating circles and some word problems with circles. Now, I'm gonna quickly do the last one with you because we have a little bit of time, number 2. But I will not give you any homework for today. I just want you guys to make sure you answer the previous homework that we've sent. Page 72 and 73. If you have not done that, please complete that. But I will not give any new work to do over the weekend. Okay. Let's quickly look at number 2 at the bottom and see if we can solve this one in 3 minutes. So the square piece of land has an area of 625 square meters. There is a circular fish pond with a diameter that is half as long as the land's side. What is the remaining area? How will we do this calculation? So this is a quite tricky one, but if we read carefully, we can easily see what to do. So the land is a square. So we have square, and the circular pond has a diameter of half as long as the land's side. Now, how do we calculate the area of a square?
Side times side.
Side squared, so side times side. So how do you calculate the square root then? Because we need to find the size of an area. So if you want to calculate the square root, what will we do? Interesting question. We need to get the side. So we need to find the square root of 625. Okay. Once we find the square root, then we can find this side. I think I'll do this one with you next time. We'll start with this one, because then we'll have the sides over here and over here. And once we have the length of the side, we know that half of it is our diameter. But we don't have enough time for me to show you the whole calculation. So I will start off with this calculation next time, because we only have 1 minute or so left, and it will take a little bit longer. Okay, so what we're going to do now is quickly play a short game of rock, paper, scissors. It is Friday and it is the weekend, so let's see if any of you can beat teacher at rock, paper, scissors today. So if you want to play, please remember to turn on your camera. If you cannot turn on your camera, please remember to send your answer in the chat below. Okay, are you guys ready? So when I say shoot, you have to show. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Hey, who beat me? Oh, Kahom, congratulations. Teacher congratulations. And the Wheeling, congratulations. Yay. To all 3 of you for beating me today. Well done, you guys. For the rest of you, unfortunately, you did not beat the teacher, but you will have a brand new opportunity on Monday. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, I'll see you guys again bright and early on Monday afternoon. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Teacher, have a nice day.